Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way. Let's talk about Tom Cleverley. Now, the reason I'm doing this slightly different video, and it's entirely unscripted, it's just me having a ramble as a Watford fan, giving you my opinion. The reason I'm doing this is because of some news that broke late last night, and if you're living under a rock you may not have seen this news, but just to clarify what I am referencing here, it's a report in The Sun via Alan Nixon, who is a pretty reliable journalist. He gets a lot of things right when it comes to Watford. The report said that Norwich City had actually shortlisted Tom Cleverley as a potential successor to Johannes Hoff-Torp, who they recently sacked. Now, Jack Wilshere, obviously the former Arsenal midfielder, is currently in interim charge of the Canaries as it stands. In my opinion, I think the more likely scenario here is that Jack Wilshere will get the job full time. But to hear that other clubs, including Norwich, are sniffing around Tom suggests to me that he is doing something right. Now, my concern is with Watford fans especially, and the more vocal fans on social media I'm referring to here, is that especially in the last couple of weeks, there has been growing discontent about our form post-Christmas and what we're actually building under Cleverley. And for me, the positives of Tom Cleverley completely outweigh the negatives we have seen after Christmas. My question to you would be, what manager in world football who is attainable to Watford is better for us given our current circumstances right now? Tom Cleverley has a connection between the players and the fans. He's been a previous player at the club before. He's captained the club. He's managed the academy. The pathway between the academy and first team has never been as good as it's been this season. The development of younger players has been fantastic to watch. The likes of Doumbia, Vata, Bar, Abankwa. It's been incredible to watch from the sidelines. The development of these players and how they've thrived in the first team environment, I think, is a real credit to Tom and what he's achieved at the club so far. And the ability for Tom to understand the inner workings of the club. He's been here as a player. He knows how we operate. He knows what the owner's like. He knows what Scott Duxbury's like. He knows what Johan Nani is like. He understands us. We're a very unique club in the footballing world. Not many people sack as many managers as we do. And for Tom to stay here for now over a year and still be relatively stable, I think is a real credit to him, his coaching staff, and the players this season. Now, don't get me wrong, people are right to point out that our form post-Christmas, post-Boxing Day really, has been extremely poor. In the last 8 games, Watford have only won 1. And for some clubs, that is a sackable offence. And my concern is, whilst Norwich City may be interested in Tom because of the qualities I've just outlined, my concern is that Watford might actually sack Tom at the end of this season. I have a gut feeling in my stomach. Now, I don't have any inside information on this. I'm not mates with Duxbury or Gino, don't get me wrong. But my gut feeling in my stomach suggests that Gino Pozzo won't be happy with what he's seen. We all know the squad is threadbare as it stands through injuries, suspensions, and the lack of backing in the transfer window. My feeling in my stomach suggests to me that Gino Pozzo either will pull the trigger at the end of this season, or after a run of 4 or 5 games next season, he may pull the trigger then. I want to cast your minds back to Jav Grassia because I think that's the best comparison to make. And whilst Tom Cleverley hasn't got Watford to an FA Cup final, I think he still has had a successful season given the circumstances. Nearly everyone predicted Watford to finish either near the relegation zone or in the relegation zone, and we've achieved, I know it's frustrating because of our form currently, but we've achieved a comfortable mid-table finish. And the Jav Grassia example that I'm referring to is the fact that he got us to an FA Cup final. He became, in that moment, one of the greatest Watford managers of all times in terms of achievements at the club. Yet, in the next season of Jav Grassia's tenure, Gino Pozzo sacked him after 4 or 5 games due to a continuation of poor league form from the previous season. Before the FA Cup final, Watford won barely any Premier League matches because, of course, we were all so excited about that big occasion. But Gino Pozzo's reasoning for that sacking was because of a continuation of poor league form. My concern is the only good thing we have going on at Watford at the moment is Tom Cleverley. Without Tom, I fear we fail to attract players in a transfer window who would be attracted to the project currently without Tom Cleverley. Who in world football that is attainable to Watford to get in terms of managers would be a better fit for Watford right now than Tom Cleverley? There is no one else out there in my mind. If you guys have a different opinion, do let me know in the comment section below. But for me, speaking as a fan with an opinion, as we're all entitled to have, I feel Tom Cleverley still is the right man for the job moving forward. We learned a few months ago that he had signed a 3-year contract when he was given the job, which I believe runs until 2027. But as I said earlier, my gut feeling currently, given the form, is that Tom Cleverley will leave Watford at the end of this season. I feel this Sheffield Wednesday game on the final day, whilst to neutrals it may seem like a dead rubber game, I feel like if he loses that, I think Gino Pozzo may pull the trigger. So let me know your thoughts and feelings on the Norwich interest and your thoughts and feelings on Tom Cleverley in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Watford Way. Make sure to follow us across all social platforms. We're on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. And we'll be back very soon with your reaction to the game on the final day against Sheffield Wednesday at Vicarage Road. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.